Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from tinahills.com, and this video is about the moon and the archetype of Mary Magdalene, or the archetype of the priestess or the Sumerian horse. Okay, so every time I put that word up, YouTube demonetizes me, so I don't know what I'm going to call this video. But the first thing I wanted to bring to attention is the full moon. Right, yes, words like lunacy, words like concepts like erratic behavior, obsession, and all of this is associated to the full moon, right? In India it's Purnima, blessing, honestly. And the full moon is in esoteric circles was known as the white river, and the new moon was known as the dark river. In India, Amavasya is considered inauspicious because a lot of baleful magic is done on Amavasya, a lot of harmful magic is done on the new moon. But of course, in new moon, the darkness of the new moon is not something to be scared of. It's what patriarchy has will fear, you know, because it is taking away the power of the dark moon that they have made their power. Okay, and they've called the dark moon illegitimate, they've called the dark moon lusty, full of desire, provocative, what have you. But what they don't realize that the dark moon is a period when menstruation seeds new things. Without the dark moon, there would be no Purnima, there would be no full moon, right? So, lust and the association of lust with the dark moon, the dark river as it's so called. Lust is a feminine word that is connected to the root, etymologically connected to lu. Lu is in lunar light, right? The Iranari, and the lunar light is feminine, okay? And words like luster, luminous, okay? Lustrous, all of these words, luscious, okay, luscious hair, the food was luscious, all of these words, and there's a sense of satiety in that. We feel satiated, okay, when you think of luster like that. See how the words bring out certain emotions, right? That's what they're meant to do. So what we must realize that the white river is as necessary as the dark river. For sexuality, like every single thing, every other thing, is cyclical. Everything is a cyclical process. What goes up must come down. What goes up must come down. It's forever cyclical, right? And the feminine was associated with lust, which was love, worship, which was surrender, conception, fecundity, fertility, creativity. That is the domain of Shakti, okay? Feminine. Although in Tantra, the moon is Shiva. So that's why he wears a crescent moon. So the concept of, the Chandra, the Chandra energy, the Soma, the elixir, is Shiva energy, Chandra Mandala. All right. Now, so cyclically, everything continues and falls and continues. So a woman must experience the dark river stage as well as the white river stage. This is, the maiden, the mother, the crone, the triadic nature of reality. Once you worship the Sri Yantra, you realize everything is triadic. So it's beautiful that the dark moon is associated or symbolized by desire, by lust. Lust is luster, nothing to be afraid of, right? And there's an inherent feminine quality to the dark moon, okay? And anything and everything that was associated to darkness or femininity became vilified by patriarchy, okay? So they sort of split this whole Purnima and Amavasya into the archetype of the whore and the archetype of the mother. So this segregation, the fracturing of our psyche, the necrotizing grip of patriarchy on free thought, really sort of cemented words like the whore or cunt, which became abuses or vilification of genitalia. Right? It was us being unable to acknowledge the dark river. Okay, without darkness there is no light. This inherent duality we must surrender to. This is how conception takes place. So, patriarchy started to feed us with certain mythologies when it came to the moon and the dark moon and lust and nymphomaniacs and what not, right? This dark moon menstrual quality, this is the archetype of the original sin, okay, and the fallen feminine, right? And the full moon is, everything is visible. She's the Virgin, Mother Mary. And the dark moon, everything is obscure. She's Mary Magdalene. She's wild. The dark moon is forever wild, right? So essentially, we've been taught to believe that there is a difference, a segregation somehow between love and lust. But there's nothing wrong with lust. The word lust has been vilified. It gives us luster. It's magnetic, it's wild, it's full of Shakti and Shiva. Okay, it is the amalgamation of the two, right? And it's delicious, it's luscious, the archetype of Mary Magdalene. But sadly, this archetype has been crushed. And today, on the day of the moon, it is time to acknowledge the dark moon, as we are nearing a dark moon in Aquarius, a 7-planet stellium, something we've not seen from 62. Okay, a lot of us were not born then, right? So we need to forget this wounding, the Magdalene wounding. We need to forget it. We need to regain our luster, okay, and through that awaken the wild feminine archetype, okay, because there is the dark moon is very much a sanctum sanctorium, a place of worship. The darkness is very valid place of worship, like Kali, like Tara. The darkness is a Mahavidya. All right, so we must understand that the whore is a mistaken expression of us. The whore is a healer. Okay, the priestesses were whores in ancient times. That's what they were called in Sumer, right? So we must acknowledge the Mary Magdalene archetype, because that's very, very much a part of who we are. And this is how we can gain our luster back. And a great idea to sort of realize the importance of this as we are nearing this free age. Okay, we must understand that the feminine is made for love, for lust, that luster that she gives, she emanates like gold, right? So this is the creative power. Shakti is the creative power. Without the feminine, there is no creation. Without the moon, there is no creation, right? So it's to embrace what's natural, our menstruation, our our bodies, our orgasms, because it's all right to accept every single part of us, and because everything is beautiful, the dark as well as the light, right? And this is where we integrate the whole spectrum of sexual experiences and expressions, right? So this is an integration work, okay? And of course, releasing our true potency, our orgiastic potency, right? Or orgasmic potency. So that is all the mysteries of the moon. When I tell you the moon is emblematic of the mysteries, deep mysteries of humanity, this is what I mean of. This is a wild Magdalene archetype that needs to be synthesized, that needs to be assimilated and integrated. And I hope this video brings this subject up in your consciousness so you may explore it as you see fit. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and let me know what you think of this comment. Consider a donation, and I'm always ready to guide you in any way I can. Thank you, and speak soon.